Hey, what is up guys, this is Dummer from the 2D Project, and today is Friday, which means 10 things I want to see, and today's game is going to be Fallout 4. Now, I'm just going to say Fallout 4 hasn't really been announced or anything like that, so I'm not going to jump into conclusions, but it would be really awesome to see another Fallout game, and Bethesda have always talked about making a new game after Fallout 3 because they didn't really make New Vegas, Obsidian did. Okay, but I'm a massive fan of Fallout and I really hope the Fallout 4 does come out, and they've been kind of giving like subtle hints towards the game coming out. And anyway, without further ado, here is my list of 10 things that I want to see in Fallout 4. Number 10, and at number 10 I've decided more colour. I know that it's supposed to be a post-apocalyptic world, and obviously like a nuclear war and stuff has gone on and everything is going to be destroyed, there's no doubt about that. But in New Vegas, I know they decided that they wanted to add in a bit more colour and things like that. There's a lot of colour in the DLC, and when you actually go into the Vegas Strip and things like that, there's some colour going on and all that. But I'm just hoping that it can be a few years, well, a bit more years gone by from the other Fallout games, and there is actually quite a bit more colour going on. Things are starting to grow, things like that, and it would just be awesome rather than seeing grey or brown or anything like that. Number 9. Now, this one is kind of like a personal opinion for me, and this one is just down to my frustration and things like that, but I want to see less factions or like no factions at all, or if factions are actually going to be in the game, just make them a bit more fun. Because when I was playing New Vegas and things like that, I don't know, doing like the Legion and things like that, I just didn't enjoy any of the missions, and the NCR was just really boring, and it was so annoying for me. And I just hope that they're a bit more fun, and I don't know, they don't feel like a chore when you're playing it. Number 8. I'm sure a lot of people can agree with me on this. The Fallout's DLC is pretty much awesome. So I'm really hoping that they just bring out loads of DLC for Fallout 4, and it's really kick-ass like the ones they got now, and hopefully they'll win Game of the Year or something, bring out the Game of the Year edition. But they also brought out an Ultimate Edition for Fallout New Vegas, which is cool. I've actually got that sitting next to me right now. So I don't know, I'd like to see loads more DLC and fun DLC like is in the previous Fallout games. Number 7. Number 7 to me is just, again, it's like one of my opinions, and talking about how I want the world to be a few years gone by since the other Fallouts, particularly Fallout 3. I don't know, I just want the world to have a bit more to it. Like, the people have actually kind of settled a little. I know that there is actually structures and things within the other Fallout games, but I want there to be a bit more to the world than just wasteland, constant wasteland, because it's getting like a bit bland and stuff now, and to have a bit more, and because the years have gone by, that would be really cool to actually go around and familiarize yourself with certain areas or whatever, because when you're constantly going through wasteland, you don't really familiarize yourself with anything. And I don't know, I'd like to see just new structures and things like that going on in the world. Number 6, this one goes without questioning. Basically, new weapons, new enemies, new characters, everything like that. That would be really cool. Like, it's obvious that they're going to add in things like that, but the transition from Fallout 3 to New Vegas, there wasn't really much new enemies or anything like that. So I want to see like new things going on, new like mutated enemies, things like that. That would be really cool, that would. And new weapons. There was a lot of variety to the weapons in New Vegas. I go back to New Vegas because it's kind of my favourite out of the Fallout games. I haven't played 1 or 2, but Fallout 3 and New Vegas, I would say that New Vegas is my favourite. And it's got a lot of variety to the weapons, and that's what I'm looking for in Fallout 4. If you played Fallout before, then you'd realise why I've decided to put this next one as number 5, and that is I want the game to be less buggy. What I mean by that is I want like little things to be sorted out. When I go into VATs, I don't want to be teleporting to certain areas or anything like that. When I was shooting someone in VATs the other day, the leg was actually twitching and I couldn't actually hit them or anything like that. So that was really weird. The little bugs like that, I just hope get fixed. They could probably bring out updates like for Fallout 4 when it comes out or anything like that. But when you kind of got a big world like that, it's expected that a lot of things are going to be weird, and things like that are in Skyrim as well. But I just hope that there's less of it in the next one, particularly with VATs. For number 4, I've decided that I want to see more gore. I actually read something not too long ago, and it was a rumor that I think was going around, and the rumor was basically that Bethesda was planning on making the game more friendly towards a larger audience and stuff. And to do that, they were planning on like dubbing down on the gore, making it a bit softer and just friendlier for all like players. But I think that's really stupid because it's really iconic within Fallout, and to take it out would just take Fallout out of the game. And well, they make loads of money truthfully out of the amount that they sold with the gore that's in the previous games. So to take it out would be kind of stupid in a way. I suppose they'd get a larger audience, which is good, but stay true to your true audience as well. And I think that a lot of the Fallout fans love the gore, so I hope that the gore stays. Number 3, a better storyline. Okay, I'm not saying for 1 second here that Fallout 3 or New Vegas had a bad storyline, because they didn't. But Fallout 3, New Vegas rather, felt like it didn't really have much of a storyline to it. I know there was a storyline, but to Fallout 3's extent, there wasn't much to compare to. I just hope that Fallout 4 carries on more towards the Fallout 3 sort of thing, where they've purified all the water and stuff like that, but they've still got like other troubles going on in the world, and they just got to carry on from that basically. And it would be really cool to just, I don't know, to have more of a story rather than picking just a side and then helping that side win practically. Number 2 is kind of just like a little, it's a really small thing in the game that just kind of makes experiences for you so much better. And what I'm talking about here is voice actors, like iconic voice actors. For example, like Liam Neeson, Matthew Perry. There's like loads more, but I don't want to name them all. But for those two are like ones that I know most, and to have them in the game, they're really iconic because you understand like who is what certain character, and you'll pick it up straight away. Like the moment that I played Fallout 3, I knew straight away that your father was Liam Neeson and things like that, and it's just really awesome. And you know, Benny is Matthew Perry, things like that. Well, Matthew Perry is Benny, but it's the little things in games that just kind of make it a lot better for you. And Fallout really, like, they go to like, Bethesda really go to the little details, and I don't know, it just makes the overall gameplay like so much better for you. Okay, so I've been noticing with my other videos that I've had this like a one idea that I thought would be really cool to put in the game. So number 1 for this one is an idea that I thought of not too long ago actually, and it's to choose a race within Fallout 4. I know that it's been done in Skyrim, but in Fallout it would be really cool, because I was thinking you start off and you can pick your character. You can be like a regular vault dweller or anything like that. You could be a raider or a ghoul, something like that. Not something stupid like a super mutant or a deathclaw or anything like that, but you know, like a raider or just like a settler, anything like that. That would be really cool. But just to see things like that, that would really it create your character and make you more personalized, and you'll just get into the game a bit more. And they should have their own little traits as well to them, like again on Skyrim. Anyway guys, that was just my list of 10 things that I want to see in Fallout 4. And remember, as always, this is just my opinion. Fallout 4 hasn't really been announced, so I'm not going to jump into any conclusions or anything like that, and I'm not going to slate anyone else's opinions on Fallout or any other games or wherever. But I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.